Hey, it's Blaze. I'm so glad you're watching this video. I made it for all my visual auditory processors and conversational learners like me. In a few minutes, you'll have all the most important info about my somatic healing program, Whole Body Communicator. First, I'm excited to let you know that I have space right now for 5 new clients. I'm so excited to be opening my books again because the healing and transformations I have seen with my clients lately has been so inspiring. I really want this healing to be accessible for so many more people, which is why I made this video. Here's what we'll work on together inside the program. I've been working with people and their bodies in many different fields pretty much my entire life. And after decades of study, I noticed one thing that connected everything people said they wanted to change or heal. It all boiled down to communication. The bottom line is this: every decision you make, every interaction you have, the relationships you build, and the ones you let go of, it all comes down to authentic expression and communication. Whether we're talking micro communications, body language, artistic expression, crafting an email for work, handling conflict with a loved one, even how your body expresses dis-ease, it's all communication. So if there's something out of line with your communication, it affects your entire life. I know how broken these issues can make you feel, but I'm here to tell you your pain or whatever's not working does not mean you are broken. It's just your system telling you something needs to change. And the time for that change is right now. Imagine if all your thoughts and actions felt aligned with how you feel in your body, and your body felt good and free. What would your life look like? What would you do? In my program, we're going to take a really close look at your intrapersonal communication, so your communication with yourself, and your interpersonal communication with others. We'll see what isn't working and we'll heal it bones deep using powerful somatic practices that heal the way you're communicating with your body and your nervous system. The beautiful thing about this program is it is so personal. So we will go through this detailed process to find out exactly what you need help with and customize it specifically for you. Phase 1 is listening to your body. Before we can take an action, we have to have a thought. Before our conscious brain can even form a thought, we have a sensation in our body. Now, if things are wonky at this base level, nothing else we work on can make a difference. This is why maybe you've tried self-help books, other coaching, or talk therapy. I know I was in talk therapy for years and it only made a very small difference until I found somatics. If your nervous system is chronically dysregulated, if you're operating from a base level of shutdown, or you can't accurately perceive the important messages your body is sending you, then discussion-based therapies won't really work. Additionally, if we have, as my somatic cognitive behavioral therapy teacher says, if we have tracks laid down in our bodies or physical patterns of behavior, then we need to address our bodies first. This is why somatics are so powerful. We will pull from somatic resources I've been studying for many years to help get your listening relationship with your body fine-tuned and back on track. If you take any kind of communication course, often the first thing they talk about is how to listen. Listening is the base of almost every type of interactive art form, and it's the base of our program. My client Aria knew this and tried to work on this herself for a while. Sometimes you need someone to help. It's why even the most advanced coaches and healers still go to other practitioners for help. Like doctors still have to go to the doctor, right? Aria, in just one session, was able to have a breakthrough somatic meditation with a whole new level of access to tracking her body's sensations. It was really beautiful. I'm going to be a little dramatic now to make a necessary point, so soft trigger warning. Listening to your body is of life and death importance. For years, I had practiced shutting down my body, pushing past my limits using substances. I had created some super unhealthy patterns. I grew up in a tumultuous household, and learning boundaries for my body wasn't taught to me. It was very blue-collar, New England, grin and bear it mindset. Eventually, my body revolted in autoimmune conditions that I continued to ignore. As a single parent, I figured I had to just keep hustling, and it was normal to be beside myself exhausted. Eventually, one autoimmune grew into cancer, and I had to completely press pause on my whole life. My body eventually forced me to learn to listen the hard way. Now it is my life's mission to go out and help people learn it in an easier way. Okay, phase two. Once you're listening to your body, you can open up into listening to yourself. We'll use time tested methods on helping you get clarity on who you are. And I'm going to hold accountability for you to practice self talk that actually empowers you to stay in growth mindset. I've been learning a lot of different techniques from many coaches over the years, stemming from motivational interviewing and this other amazing method that breaks down your character statements into growth and skill statements that can change everything. If you're like me, your inner dialogue can run rampant, and shifting your self narrative and your self talk changes the way you show up for yourself. A bad day can be a day with just a few bad things in it. When you feel loved and supported by you, no matter what else is going on, you are going to be blown away how your whole MO and your whole life changes. I've been refining this specific process for over 8 years, but really, I've been studying this all my life. I studied yoga, nonviolent communication, psychology, parts work or IFS, internal family systems, Hakomi, Reiki, somatic cognitive behavioral therapy, somatic experiencing, EFT tapping, chakra medicine, many spiritual paths, so many forms of movement healing. So much more. I majored in communications in college and studied leadership and public speaking with Dale Carnegie. So, this is my life's work. And currently, I run my wellness company. I run transformative workshops. I write feature films, act, direct, produce, make music, dance, and sing all kinds of art. I write the Substack, Artist of Everything. I run a small hobby farm and single parent my child. This is not me bragging. This is just to show you that there is nothing you can't do when you unlock this way of living. The third big part of this process is looking at how you communicate with others. So once we've healed the communication with the body and with the self, then we can actually address what's breaking down in your communication with others. Communication with others defines our reality. Peter Levine said in a groundbreaking talk that the new definition of our mind should include our community of other people. Our literal perception of ourselves depends on our interactions with others. That's why people lose their minds in solitary confinement. So many times we're communicating from a dysregulated nervous system or just living out generational trauma patterns. We will help heal your communication patterns so that you can relate in a way that actually creates the life you want. Take a look at this result from a recent case study. A client I recently had, Brian, came to me because his wife was going through something traumatic and he was having a lot of trouble holding space for her. He really wanted to feel calm and genuinely support her. But every time she started to vent about the situation, he would feel overwhelmed, stressed, his heart would be racing, and he would just quickly jump in with solutions to cut her off or roll his eyes because he was really exasperated with her venting so much. It was not very supportive. She would eventually feel dejected and leave the room, and it was really sad. After only 4 weeks of working together, learning techniques he could apply to support his own experience of getting overwhelmed in his body, and then clarifying the patterns that weren't working in their communication, we learned how Dave could offer support for his wife in a way that felt genuine to him and good to her. We healed his capacity to offer support. By the end of this program, you'll have learned so much about yourself, what makes you tick, where your communication patterns come from, and you'll be free to build the life and the relationships that you want. You're going to be living from a place of deep connection with your body and your primal instincts. And that is going to open up so much deeper connection with others and allow you to relate in a conscious way using communication techniques that support respectful and healthy problem solving. I want you to live the kind of life that I have built for myself and I am helping to my other clients to build, where we are actively healing our bodies and communication with ourselves and the world around us. I believe this is the future. This is the world I want to live in. That picture there is me and my daughter at a post-cancer Zumbathon, celebrating the beauty of living life in healed connection to our own bodies and to each other. This is why nothing matters more to me than this work. I'm ready to start right away, and I'm inviting you to start this journey now. This invitation is time sensitive. I have openings right now, and if this timing doesn't work, you can still join the wait list. It's okay. First step is we'll have an introductory call together to make sure that we're a good fit. There is no point in spending 3 months together if we're not. So every single person who applies to my program gets this free session. So we all get to make informed decisions. I'm inviting 5 new people right now. And I only want to work with you when you can take action on the full program. With this kind of work, you truly get what you give. So it's only a fit when you can commit. And I did not even realize that rhymed until I said it. That's a good one. Only a fit when you can commit. I like that. We're going to be working together really closely, so you'll hear a lot more humor like that. So I want to make sure that you have 2 to 3 hours per week to dedicate to this process. Basically, enough time for one 60 to 90-minute session each week together, and about 10 to 15 minutes a day to apply some of the practices. And that's it. If you're in, just reply and say I'm in, and I will make sure we get your call scheduled, or you can click the link to book your own intro call now, and I will see you soon.